Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to DESI TV USA. I am Tabinda Gul. Let's take a look at the headlines. China hits back, slaps 34% tariff on US goods in major trade war escalation. Chief of Army Staff chairs 268 Corps Commanders Conference reaffirms zero tolerance for terrorism, backs balance and peace in Balochistan. US judge orders return of wrongfully deported Maryland man. Asia ICE rate moves as US companies prep for critical earnings season. Trump extends TikTok sale deadline, says deal with China in sight. Canada Prime Minister Carney slams US tariff, announcing countermeasures ahead of a snap election. Myanmar military blocking aid to earthquake victims in opposition's areas, United Nations. Nigerian filmmaker creates Ayano child of wonder inspired by daughter. Russell's Brand charged with multiple sexual offences in the UK. And graffiti in Barcelona protests tourism impact on the city. These are headlines, lead to news detail. Now the detail is here. In a significant escalation of the ongoing trade war, China has announced additional tariff of 34% on a wide range of American goods. The move marks the most serious retaliations yet in the trade standoff with President Donald Trump's administration. The Chinese Ministry of Commerce stated that the new tariffs are a direct response to what it described as unilateral and protectionist actions by the United States. The announcement has rattled global financial markets, with fear growing over a looming recession. The stock exchange across Asia and Europe witnessed steep declines, and Wall Street opened in the red amid investor panic. This latest tariff salvo targets key American export, further strengthening US-China economic ties and adding pressure on global supply chains already facing disruption. Analysts warned that the tit-for-tat measures could deepen economic instability worldwide, with business and consumer on both sides bracing for higher cost and uncertainty. Chief of Army Staff General Syed Asim Munir presided over the 268 Corps Commander Conference held at the General Headquarters GHQ in Rawalpindi. The high-level military forum began with a solemn tribute, offering Fatiha and honoring the supreme sacrifices of martyrs from the armed forces, law enforcement agencies and civilians who laid down their lives for Pakistan peace and stability. The conference received a detailed briefing on the evolving geostrategic environment and emerging national security challenges, undertaking a comprehensive review of both regional and internal security dynamics. The military leadership reaffirmed its unflinching resolve to eliminate terrorism in all forms and manifestation, declaring that no cost is too high to secure national stability. The forum strongly condemned foreign sponsors element attempting to disrupt peace in Balochistan, asserting that such nefarious agendas backed by proxies and their political sympathizers would be decisively crushed. It expressed confidence in the support of the people of Balochistan to foil these plots and reiterated the military's commitment to safeguarding the region's stability and prosperity, emphasizing the urgent and cohesive execution of Vision Azm-e-Istehkam within the framework of the National Actions Plan. Chief of Army Staff lauded the formation of District Coordination Committee. He stressed that the entire state machinery must operate in unison within constitutional bond to counter threats, particularly illicit economic activities that fund terrorism. Now on international matter, the forum voiced serious concern over persistent human rights abuses in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, and condemned unprovoked ceasefire violations by Indian forces along the LOC. Pakistan military leadership reaffirmed its unwavering diplomatic, political and moral support for the Kashmiri people's legitimate struggle. Solidarity was also expressed with the people of Palestine. The forum denounced the grave human rights violation and war crimes being committed in Gaza and pledged continued support on all fronts. Now concluding the session, Chief of Army Staff directed field commanders to ensure the highest level of operational readiness and professional excellence through rigorous training and preparedness across all ranks. A US federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to bring back a Maryland man who has mistakenly deported to El Salvador. The court ruled that the deportation violated legal procedures and gave officials a 3-day deadline to return the individual to the United States. The man was reportedly removed despite pending legal proceedings that should have protected him from immediate deportation. The judge emphasized that such action undermined the rule of law and due process. Immigration rights groups praised the decisions, calling it a necessary correction. The administration has not yet issued an official response. As the economic impact of President Donald Trump's latest tariff measure ripples across global market, investors are closely watching how Asia's central bank will respond. Many expect interest rate cuts of stimulus moves to cushion the blow from heightening trade tension. Meanwhile, in the United States, all eyes are on the upcoming quarterly earnings session. With rising costs, global uncertainty, and market volatility, analysts say this could be one of the most telling reporting periods in recent years. Major US crops are set to reveal how deeply the trade war and other economic headwinds are affecting their bottom lines. Now, from tech gains to industrial firms, investors will be watching profit margin, forward guidance, and supply chain commentary for clues on what next for the global economy. President Donald Trump has announced a 75-day extension to the deadline for TikTok US operations to be sold, just hours before the original deadline was set to expire on Saturday. The extension provides more time for ongoing negotiation involving TikTok's Chinese parent company ByteDance and potential American buyer. In a social media post, Trump stated, "We look forward to working with TikTok and China to close the deal," signaling optimism that an agreement could be reacted soon. Now, the sale is part of a broader national security push by the Trump administration, which has raised concerns over data privacy and the app's ties to Beijing. The decisions to grant more time suggest that talks are progressing, though key details of any potential agreement remain under wrap.
Helping Hand USA is a community that is guided by gratitude. A community that sees blessings beyond just tables. It's Muslims for humanity. Let's make this Ramadan a testament to the gratitude we all share. Join us to provide orphan support, healthcare, education and training, shelter, and much more. Give your zakat today at hhrd.org/Ramadan.
Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney visited an auto manufacturing facility today, sending a strong message following President Donald Trump's newly announced tariff. During the plan, Carney unveiled a limited set of countermeasures aimed to responding to what he called a tragedy for global trade. In his remark, Carney criticized Trump's protectionist agenda, stating it poses a direct threat to Canada's economy and sovereignty. "He wants to break us to America, can own us," Carney said, echoing the warning he issued last month while announcing a snap federal election now scheduled for April 28. With the election campaign heating up, Carney is seeking a clear mandate to stand firm against escalating US pressure as tension between the two neighbors grow amid a shifting global trade landscape. The United Nations Human Rights Office has accused Myanmar's military of restricting life-saving humanitarian aid to earthquake victims in region perceived as opposing its rule. The military's selective access to disaster relief has raised alarm among international observers and human rights groups. The UN warned that thousands of people remain in desperate need of food, shelter, and medical assistance following the quake, but military-imposed restrictions are obstructing relief efforts in several hard-hit areas. The move is being condemned as a form of collective punishment and a violation of international humanitarian law. Human rights advocates are arguing the international community to press Myanmar agenda to allow unrestricted access to aid across all affected regions, regardless of political affiliation. Before the birth of his daughter, Nigerian filmmaker Rue Okupe felt a deep desire to create a character that could serve as a strong and inspiring role model for her. That vision gave rise to Iano, Child of Wonder, a superhero story rooted in rich African mythology and culture. The animated series now gaining global attention following a young girl who discovered her magical powers and battle dark forces threatening her homeland. Occupy says the character of Iano represents courage, intelligence, and cultural pride, qualities he hopes his daughter and young audience around the world can look up to. The series is part of a growing movement to bring diverse African stories to mainstream global media, with Occupy at the forefront of this creative wave. British actor and comedian Russell Brand has been formally charged with multiple sexual offences including rape and indecent assault, involving 4 women between 1999 and 2005. The Metropolitan Police announced the charge, which also include oral rape and sexual assault. Brand, 49, is scheduled to appear in Westminster Magistrate Court on May 2, 2025. These charges follow a nearly 2 years investigation initiated after a joint expose by Sunday Times, The Times, and Channel 4's dispatches in 2023. With detailed accusation by 4 women, one Oscar alleged she was 16 at the time of the incident. Brand has publicly denied all allegations, asserting that all his past relationships were consensual. Authorities continue to encourage anyone with additional information to come forward, emphasizing the ongoing nature of the investigation. A provocative graffiti piece has appeared in Barcelona, capturing widespread attention. The artwork features travel bags engulfed in flames, accompanied by message "Tourism is killing this city." The striking piece has sparked debate about the growing concern over mass tourism in Barcelona, where locals have increasingly voiced frustrations about overcrowding, rising living costs, and the gentrification of neighborhoods. Critics argue that the booming tourist industries has led to a loss of the city's cultural identity and put immense strain on its infrastructure. While some see the graffiti as a bold form of protest, others view it as an exaggeration of tourism's positive contributions to the local economy. As the debate continues, the artwork stands as a stark reminder of the tension between tourism and local life in one of Europe's most visited cities. So thank you for watching and thank you for supporting. This is me, Tabinda, signing off. Stay tuned for more news. DCTV USA, DTV NNR, OTT platform, DTV Flex, where you can access to over 3,000 channels. So stay tuned and stay with us.
You came to this country for a brighter future for you and your loved ones. You've made it this far. Now it's time to become a citizen. With citizenship, you gain the right to vote, access to federal jobs, the ability to keep your family closer, and the freedom to travel with a U.S. passport. These are just a few of the benefits waiting for you when you become eligible. We're here to help you through the process with free resources and personalized guidance. Together, we can make it easier. Get started at becomeacitizentoday.com.